Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest. Special number, I believe, we should be on 13, is it? Yeah, no, 14. Special number 14, Skolo the Bladed Monster. That's how I'm pronouncing the name of this one. So yeah, we're on special number, 14? Yeah, 14. So, Skolo the Bladed Monster. Interesting one. I would say it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's actually pretty decent. It's better than Anorak, I'll say that much. Um, yeah, I'll say that much. But yeah, so like always, in-depth story analysis and then my overall thoughts on this epic adventure. So if you haven't read this book, you probably need to before watching this review. But that's all about me said. Let's get to the analysis portion. So here we go. Tom and friends were in Spindrel, where the king of spiders once attacked. There was a jousting contest being held for the king's honour. He sent word of different knights from around his kingdom to challenge his greatest soldier. We meet Oliver, Hortgren's best soldier and the candidate to represent Hugo. We also met a mysterious black knight who petted Storm. Obviously Storm didn't like him and Tom felt suspicious. Anyway, before the main event, Eleanor bet another archer called Sean, who uh, who a bit who was a bit of a show off. While Oliver tried to face off against the Black Knight, he failed and was awarded with the he failed and the Black Knight was awarded with a prize sword. However, the knight couldn't accept it he hadn't truly defeated the greatest warrior of Hugo's army yet. As we all know, that would be Tom. Tom was magicked into his golden armor, and the two began to duel. After a few attempts, Tom realized something was wrong, and by the time he figured out it was Storm's saddle, it was too loose. It was too late, as the Black Knight had won. Hugo offered the sword and set a seat at the dining table, but the knight just shook Hugo's hand and rode off, with no prize at all. Tom felt something was up. It was also hard for Tom to fight because his father died in the similar way with the jousting thing, so that was kind of hard for him there. Tom was confused and made his way back to his tent, removing the armor. Then he remembered how the knight had touched Storm. It was possible he loosened his horse's saddle so he could win. Then he heard that Hugo was sick, and Tom went to see and assumed the knight was responsible, as he was the only one who touched the king. So Tom and friends went after him and noticed the knight had removed his armor and abandoned his horse. Then they saw a figure. It was Sampaio. Tom soon put the pieces together. It was Sampaio, who was the Black Knight. He intended to poison Tom when he offered his hand, but Eleanor bet him to it, and as a backup plan, he poisoned Hugo. So with this knowledge and the element of surprise, speaking of surprise, there's the F-Rusher. With this knowledge and the element of surprise, Tom and Eleanor jumped aboard Sampaio's ship, and despite their efforts, they were tossed overboard, but they took the poison gauntlet with them as Sampaio and his crew fled. That's interesting so far. Let's see. Tom and the others quickly told the wizards what they learned and showed off the gauntlet. They discovered that it was a poison called Scolalin. The only way to counter it was with a rock that needed to be powdered down to form an antidote. However, there were rumors of a beast guardian in the mines where the location of the rock is. Regardless, they went and bumped into Sean, who wanted to join them. With no choice, they brought him along with them. If they didn't hurry, the poison would turn Hugo evil, which is what Sampaio was trying to do to Tom. Anyway, our new group pressed on until they reached the cave. While Sean wanted to rush in, Tom suggested they have a drink so they could restore their energy first. This led to Sean doing something stupid as he got caught by some bandits, which was a shock as it's supposed to be abandoned. But the bandits revealed Sampaio promised them riches for doing some work here. They contained a bag which held a beast egg, and later the beast known as Skolo emerged, wanting what was stolen from her. So we do get confirmation that Skolo is a girl. She revealed her steel wings and soon dragged Sean in after a brief battle with our heroes. Eleanor made them spill what the bandits were doing here, and they explained that Sampaio sent them here to find the crystals to stop the antidote from being made. He also left them a bag. Now that bag either contains a beast egg or the rocks resemble an egg-like shape, as a previous chapter did bring up a beast egg. Anyway, Tom, Tom and friend, basically Tom and Eleanor had to find a new way into the cave to rescue Sean, as the cave mouth was now blocked off. Our heroes needed to be sure on their theory, so Eleanor tricked the bandits into giving her water, which worked, and they managed to steal the bag and rode off to reveal its contents, which yes indeed was a beast egg. Now it all made sense. Silver managed to find an entrance, and they headed inside, avoiding the poison that was layered over the walls. Soon enough they found Sean, but the boy yelled, making Solo come back. Great. So Skolo came back. They tried offering her egg back while Tom attempted to rescue Sean, only to have Eleanor buried under some rocks. Angry of the fate of her unborn child, she trapped because Eleanor took the egg back, and there was all these rocks falling down on Eleanor and the baby egg, which made Skolo angry. So Skolo, she decided to trapped our heroes in the cave and left them there until she got her egg back, as she still believed it to be alive. This led to an argument between Tom and Sean, which led to Eleanor screaming in panic. Tom did everything in his power to save Eleanor, but it was too late. She and the egg had been taken by Skolo. This made Tom even madder at Sean, and he demanded him to obey his orders. With that arranged, they headed off, soon finding Eleanor knocked out, but also spotted that the egg had hatched. Tom and Sean dragged Eleanor aside when she quickly was up to date on what happened. Tom was about to heal Eleanor when he discovered the eggshell was the rock they were searching for. It was the eggshells that Skolo made were the antidote. I guess that kind of makes sense with the poison being called Skololine. Anyway, our heroes gathered the shell and hoped to find an exit, and instead they found the baby, who soon caught attention of Skolo herself. Skolo began shooting out her slime at our heroes, avoiding the blasts. The battle caused Skolo's son to be trapped in the slime. Then Sean fired at Skolo out of fear, which led to more slime. Tom allowed her goop to go on his sword, and he used her slime against herself as a rope to coil up her legs and wings, making her at Tom's mercy. Sean was going to finish her off until our heroes told him not to, and Tom tried to reason with Skolo again, and this time it worked as he freed the baby. But when Skolo was free, she roared. Turns out she's actually okay. She's actually good about this. She said she wanted Tom to name her son, but Tom promised he would do so when he saved the king. So Skolo showed them a way out, and just like the beast and her young, the beast and her young were gone. Tom and friends ditched Sean so he could walk home for his trouble. But speaking of trouble, they came across Sampaio with no time for this. Tom easily climbed up the ship and defeated the pirates and ripped out the wheel right off the ship, forcing it to crash, with Tom jumping off to safety. Tom met with his friends. They rowed back to Cinderella, made the antidote, and of course, despite all odds, they managed to work it in the end. The king was told of what happened, and they said that Sampaio would one day try again. Tom said to Eleanor that he would have to go to Skolo's cave tomorrow, as he had promised to give a name to her baby son, which he had, and he's going to name it Talador after his father, Taladon. So yeah, there is my little read through of Skolo the Bladed Monster. Now there is a fly in my room, which is fitting because it's a bug beast, but if it roll on camera, that's what you're seeing there. But yeah, overall, the Skolo, I think, is a very good book. It's better than other ones, but I find it funny that most of these books have some sort of healing element to it. Like, well, we had Anaret that was involving healing, and then you had that Victor. He also had a healing thing that heals them at the end. So that's interesting. We have all these healing type situations where something has to heal them to save it. Like, oh, so Victor, for example, series special. Well, I forgot what special was, but he basically gets hurt. Well, someone gets. I think it was. I forgot which character got hurt, but one character got hurt, and there was another beast in that book that could heal, and to save the day at the end of that story. Same thing with Anaret. Same thing here. I want to say, where basically Skolo has the antidote that can cure the king. So it kind of feels getting old. But if it can be done better, that's an improvement. But there's my overall thoughts on the story analysis proportion. Only a few scuffles here and there, like I said. But that being said, let's go through to the character roster. Starting off with Tom. I would say this is more of a dual effort than a single character gets focus. I would say because both the characters seem to have a double amount of effort. Yeah, then it gets captured at a bit at the end, but she never felt fully shafted. So both Tom again had some stuff to do. He had a bit of a rivalry with his new psychic Sean, and Eleanor also had a rivalry with him too at the tournament with the archery thing. So he's not really I wouldn't say Sean is a henchman at all for this one. He's more of a good guy, just a bumbling idiot. Kind of like Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. So, but yeah. So Tom gets his moments to shine. He manages to joust the Black Knight / Sampeo. He manages to go off and find this new mysterious beast and name its young at the end. He manages to fight through his way through the caves, deal with the bandits, and put up with Sean, which is a lot to do. And of course, outthink the beast with its own slime. Eleanor, she doesn't get much to do as Tom, but she does manage to save the egg at times and pull Tom through when need be. And she manages to beat up Sean in the beginning of the tournament. And again, there goes the air freshener. Sean himself is probably one of the weakest companions ever. He's just there to cause trouble for our heroes and further progress the plot. Like, oh, Sean's in the cave. Now we've got to go and rescue him. And then, oh no, Sean's done this. Now we've got to do this thing. Good work, Sean. Basically, he's just there to progress the beast from going from one hot point to another. As for Skolo herself, she's an interesting beast. You think she's going to be another evil centipede-like beast, but no, she's actually good, just angry about the bandits stealing her egg, which goes back to Sampeo, which I didn't talk about much, but this is essentially he's the main villain of this book. I'm not sure I'm to Kensa, maybe she's dead at this point. Well, not dead, but dead in quotes. Maybe, I don't know, who knows. But yeah, Sampeo's plan, he sent him, he's basically taken he was intended to poison, and I normally took the beast last, so I'm going through Sampeo right now. But like I said, Sampeo, he was probably intending to poison Tom. It failed, so he backed up plan, was going on to Hugo. And this was probably one of his better plans, I would say. Because most of his plans are kind of lame. This is probably one of his better ones, if not his best. So you let me know if you think it is in your mind. But, you know, he tries to poison the king. He nearly succeeds. He's very close to succeeding. You know, it wasn't his true intention, but he nearly succeeded. And we find out that the antidote is also her eggshells, and they stop her. But I do like how Sampeo worked in a different way. Instead of being all gruff pirate yarha, he uses deceptive tactics like what Kensa does normally. So Kensa did rub off on him, and you can see that with like how he pretended to be the Black Knight and stuff, and work his way in the tournament. So that's really interesting. So Kensa did rub off on him, and that kind of hints of why, or if, I don't know when. Again, I don't know when this takes place, but you can see how Sampeo fell in love with her, if anything, or maybe it's just a one-off thing. I don't know, because obviously it had to happen for Rhea to be born. But yeah, there's some hints at that there too. But yeah, so this is one of Sampeo's better plots. And like I said, Skolo is a good beast. She's just angry about being stolen her egg, and that goes to Sampeo's plan of just trying to make the beast mad so he can get to Tom's back, because probably Sampeo knew of this beast, and you could use it as leverage to kill Tom. At the same time, two birds with one stone. At the same time, Hugo is dying, so there's that for you. And yeah. So Skolo, like I said, she's got the slime. She's got like the steel claws and steel, not claws, the steel with steel wings and the centipede-like body. And she moves away through the cave. She can smash rocks down upon her opponent, and she's got like that. Like I said, that's purple slime. So very good motherly beast there with Skolo, and really interesting one of the bunch. But that's it for this special, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe, that good stuff. Hit notification bell right corner down below so you can stay tuned for all LEGO DC Seabrings custom builds and of course beast based content on my channel. Well, that'll be all from this video. Up next will be the next beast, which will be Jakara, the Ghost Warrior. So stay tuned for that one. But yeah, that's it for this one. Upcoming Q&A, also in way if you haven't already, make sure to put your questions in for the upcoming Q&A coming on July 16th. That'll be all from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like I said, I'll be doing Jakara, the Ghost Warrior. That may be the next video, or maybe LEGO Customs. Till next time, like always, though, peace.